Hey there, MHS, and welcome to PNN's first Friday show of the new school year. We have a variety of stories today, including a review on a blockbuster summer movie to highlights of a couple of sports teams and a special Hall of Fame ceremony for 3 of our long-term coaches here at MHS. But first, probably the biggest surprise for many of you on the first day of school was the introduction of new security detection systems at the entrances of MHS.
Over the summer, Merrillville High School implemented sensory detectors to be a part of the everyday routine when entering the school. The precaution has definitely generated opinions on whether it's a necessary device for MHS. A number of students and staff voiced their opinions regarding the new addition.
When Merrillville added the new metal detectors, it was very new, and obviously it wasn't like everyone reacted differently. I was a little shocked by it, and I didn't expect them to work well at all.
Originally heard about it over the summer, and I was like, what the heck? We don't need those.
What was the main reason that we implemented the new security detection system at MHS? There's just not one reason. School safety is everyone's responsibility. Nowadays, you want to be proactive instead of reactive. It's gone off very well. We've taken about 3 or 4 days to get the kids used to coming in the 3 entrances, and it's been very successful.
My morning routine has changed slightly upon the new detectors, and so have other students.
Entering the school with the new metal detectors, it's very complicated and stressful because either sometimes little things like mechanical pencils could set off the alarms, but regular big metal objects like a bottle won't set it off.
It didn't change that much. I mean, when I get ready, I just gotta be 5 minutes faster, just so I could be out 5 minutes before the bus. But nonetheless, it didn't really change that much.
I decided to ask the students if there were any pros and cons regarding the new detectors.
Some pros to the metal detectors is obviously first safety, helping us make sure nothing bad or no one brings in any weapons into the school. But the cons are that it takes a long time to get all the kids into the school, and it could be a very stressful situation.
I get it, safety and everything, but it does take away time from the first period and the first period teachers, so it takes time away from you and the teachers.
For cons, to be honest, sometimes it be taking a little too long to get into school, which I don't really mind that much. But if it's to the point where I'm being late to the first period and stuff, then yeah, it makes sense because I'm missing out on schoolwork to learn and stuff.
Is there a plan to get any more? We are looking and evaluating that. If we see a need in the future to open up another entrance, we may. Right now we have 3 entrances, and it appears to be working for us to get everyone into school, getting kids breakfast, and then off to first hours. So it's a work in progress. Right now we're evaluating what we have, and I'm sure if we need something like that, we could always order more. Do I think they're going to be here all year? Absolutely. Again, we want to make sure that kids are here. The top priority is to have a great learning experience, and we want to make certain that we get kids prepared for college, a career, or the military, and they can be productive citizens. And it starts with having the start of the day going very smoothly.
With the detectors being in full swing, students are still unsure about them, but it's important to note that they do understand it's for their safety. Signing off for PNN, I'm Kylie Roeder.
Speaking of going through the detectors each morning, we all know you have to take items out of your book bags. But of course, many students have chosen decorative backpacks to wear in order to show off their own personality.
As the school year kicks off, seniors are stepping into MHS with a new kind of school supply, character backpacks, designed to showcase their unique personalities and interests. These backpacks are not just about carrying books, they're about making a statement fashion pop.
Okay, so what inspired me to pick Minnie Mouse for my senior book bag is that I would always watch it when I was younger, and it was basically just like my favorite show, so why not, wear it?
What inspired my idea is that I didn't want to grab no Team Mizumi type of bag because, can't be walking around with that. So I got the next best thing. I got a Spray Grounds bag, but still got some cartoons on it. They got Nickelodeon.
Okay, I believe senior book bags were inspired by the nostalgic feeling of going back to kindergarten because your last year of high school and just having that special meaning to that book bag. I don't know about you.
What inspired mine was I used to watch Teenage Mutant and Ninja Turtles a lot when I was growing up at my grandma's house. So I felt like I should just use that one as my senior backpack because it was something I used all the time.
Yeah. I feel like what inspired my idea personally was because I just saw people on TikTok do senior backpacks. Why not? Why shouldn't I do it? And that was it, really.
I chose my character because I just wanted to have something that nobody else had. I know everybody had Bluey and Minnie Mouse and stuff, and I was like, who's gonna have Scooby-Doo?
Teachers probably won't get the senior backpack things because, their age. But students-wise, some of the students even have the same backpack.
Okay, so students, I feel like it was a good reaction because me and them, some of them had the same book bags as me. So for teachers, they didn't really like it. I feel like some of them was it's too childish and stuff, but I feel like it's a good way to have hold your memories as you graduate.
What has been the reactions to these backpacks? My band teacher actually loved my book bag. He loves Nickelodeon, so that's a plus on me.
Teachers, they don't understand my book bag. They be like, why you got that book bag? But students, they like it a lot. And some freshmen, they don't get it because they still freshmen or whatever. But yeah, that's basically it.
Some of the backpacks the students thought would be the most popular turned out to be the least popular. But Bluey is for sure on top.
I feel like the most common book bag is either Bluey or Minnie Mouse and Ninja Turtles. Yeah.
I feel like they usually do something that will match their clothes or something that they used to watch a lot or a game they used to play or something like that.
For girls, I would say either Hello Kitty, Dora. For the boys, I would just say either Spray Ground book bags, cartoon characters like SpongeBob, or just a random Marvel backpack or DC backpack.
As seniors pack up their backpacks, they're carrying more than just books. They're carrying memories, the promise of what's next. With graduation approaching, these backpacks mark the end of one chapter and the start of another. Signing off of PNN, I'm Jamila Morgan.
The volleyball team was practicing all summer, and now that their fall season has started, they are serving up another successful season.
The Merrillville High School's girls volleyball team is more than just a group of players. They are teammates, friends, and a family that plays with heart, pride, and determination every time they step on the court. Win or lose, they play with pride for the school and for each other. After last year's successful season, many of these ladies are looking for many victories and maybe even a championship.
Some important rules and aspects people should know about volleyball is it's definitely more of a mental game over physical. Obviously your skills are very important in the game, but I think most of it is definitely mental. Just moving on from the next point, after you make a mistake or anything, it's just a really big part of the game.
I would say the most important aspect to me is the whole game is basically just don't let the ball drop. That's the most important part of the game, at least for me. That's basically what volleyball is.
So I feel with volleyball, a lot of people don't really understand, but it's more for volleyball, I feel it's more of a mental aspect. I mean, yeah, it's kind of physical and stuff, but I feel you have to have a really good mental, you have to have a strong mental spirit to go through the game, because I feel a lot of people okay, you can just do this, but sometimes we all get down on ourselves, and it takes a lot of mental to bring us back up and stuff.
Some important rules to know about volleyball is basically the basic concepts of the game in general. There's a lot of different things people don't know about, especially when you're passing the ball. There's different things that you can and can't do. So if you don't know those rules, you're going to kind of struggle a little bit. But I mean, it's a simple game, but complex at the same time. So
every player wants to better themselves in some way. The volleyball girls are growing in this game every day.
I think one thing me and my team need to work on improving for this season is our communication and trust with each other. We're already really close with each other and we have a really great bond, but communication and trust is something that a team can always work on, and that will always just get us closer together. And so I think that'll be a really good thing for us to work on, especially playing these harder teams in the DAC.
To work on just playing together as a group on the court, because off the court we're all like best friends, but just on the court, just more teamwork.
I feel like we do need to improve on our communication, because a lot of us we'll talk a lot on the sidelines, but then we get on the court and it's like we're so focused on working and stuff that we just go quiet. And even me, I can even admit I'll go quiet. I'll just sit there and I'll go quiet, and it's like you can't do that to build a team. It builds off of communication on and off the court. So I feel like that's one of the most things we need to improve on.
Our biggest issue right now is our mentality. Volleyball is such a mental game. It's 70% mental, 30% physical, that if you get into your head quickly, you're not going to do well. So we have to basically come together as a team/family, and then they can persevere through any situation that they're challenged with.
Playing volleyball, certain problems approach you on the court. Our MHS girls know very well how to accommodate in the uncomfortable situation.
When me and my team run into a problem on the court, I think definitely bringing it in between every point is a really big deal for us. If we get aced on, if it's a kill from the other team, anything like that, just bringing it in and letting each other know that, we have each other's backs and, you can move on to the next point is a really big thing for us. And I think that's how we get each other out of our heads. A lot of the times it's just being there for each other.
Say when we have a problem or something, or when it's one person that makes a mistake, we all try to come together and lift each other up, because when one of us kind of gets in a mood, we all kind of go together. So we try our best to come together as a group and lift each other up in spirit. That way we can move past all the negativity we think in our heads and move forward and stuff.
I want them to communicate with each other. Some of the girls know the game, some of them don't just know the full game yet. So if they all communicate with each other about what's about to come and what spots are open, they would be so successful with the game. But we're still working on that as a team together.
Some of our MH girls are leaving or going to their next step. They want to leave a good message and lesson behind.
Some things I personally say to underclassmen to motivate them is just letting them know that I have been in their exact same position, from the year before. Just letting them know that, I'll always be there for them and we're always, one big family. Being there for them, and yeah.
I would just say come into volleyball, high school volleyball, with an open mindset, and don't focus so much on your errors. Focus on the good things you do rather than errors, because then you're just gonna end up ruining your own mental for yourself during the game.
I say don't stress about it. Volleyball, it is a game of mistakes, but it's also once you get used to it, it becomes really fun. Me, I was always stressed about whether I make a mistake or not, but everybody here makes mistakes, and I just say just have fun with it. Really just have fun, because it is really fun once you get to know people and stuff.
Some things I want to leave for any of the kids that play for any of the programs that I coach is that just understand that the coaches are here to back you up for anything. They're here for you. We're not just coaches. We can be a shoulder to cry on. We can give you a hug at any point. Sports not just sports. It's about learning the basic, just adults, fundamentals, communication, and just trusting people. So it's nice to actually teach the kids those things more than just playing the game of volleyball. I want them to be able to come to me when they're having a hard time, or I want them to be able to trust their teammates or anytime like that. So, it's more than just a game. It's a whole life aspect of it.
As we can see, the volleyball team has done a lot of developing and still strengthening and improving themselves throughout the season. The girls will continue to be strong the rest of the season. Signing out, this is Tyler Wright, PNN.
The football team started their season with the annual Battle of Broadway and coasted to a victory over Andrean High School. At halftime, the athletic department held a very special ceremony for 3 coaches who entered the MHS Coaches Hall of Fame.
You keep lying when you ought to be truthing, Tariq. And you keep losing when you ought to not bet. These boots are made for walking, and that's just they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna
hold on.
football season is officially underway, and to start the season off, our Merrillville Pirates face Indrain in the Battle of Broadway. In addition to the Battle of Broadway, 3 of Merrillville's coaches were inducted into the Merrillville Coaches Hall of Fame. Coach Paz, Coach Molinado, and Coach Deal were all recognized and inducted during halftime. I got an opportunity to not only be on the sideline and film the action, but also interview our coaches of the hour.
It was unbelievable. I didn't believe it. I couldn't imagine being asked to be in the Coaches Hall of Fame.
Tell you what, when I first found out that I was going in, I was extremely honored. I've been coaching here at Merrillville for 29 years, all 29 being the boys' head soccer coach, and then starting with track in the year 2000. So it's just been a great pleasure. I've really enjoyed coaching athletes over all these years. And for me, the best thing is not only coaching them and seeing how well they can be on the field or around the track, but seeing having players come back later on and seeing how successful they become.
I think my first reaction when Miss Beckham called me down to the office and they had to talk to me, and Coach Past about being inducted into the Coaches Hall of Fame. I think I was a little surprised at first because I didn't see myself as being worthy of being in the Hall of Fame just yet. I feel like I still am a younger coach, but I've been coaching for over 20 years, and there are some people on that wall that have I have a tremendous amount of respect for.
All coaching is ups and downs. Any athletic programs, we have our ups and downs. But there was more good than bad. The kids are wonderful here and are hungry to learn and be coached.
You know, certainly coaching at Merrillville, it has been really brought me a great joy. I've really enjoyed coaching. There's been a couple of years here and there where I actually was asked to go to other schools to coach and teach, but my heart was always with Merrillville, and that's why I've stayed here for 29 years. Certainly, especially with soccer, the talent levels have changed at times. It's kind of been a roller coaster. Sometimes we're really good, sometimes we struggle a little bit, but coaching, especially with soccer, the kids are always trying hard. With track, we've always been very successful, and a lot of that's come from the head coaching of Coach Johnston and also Coach Coffey. And those guys have been great to work for. And so, as I said, that's as a couple of times I've had to leave, I've always looked back, and I've been so happy I've stayed and coached at Merrillville all these years, because the student athletes we get out here at Merrillville have truly been the very best.
I think my passion itself for coaching has come from all the coaches and people around me that were mentors, coaches, teachers, and I was very grateful for their support, for their knowledge, their ability to be there for me. I had a lot of very consistent people in my life that have all helped me accomplish stuff athletically, academically, and even in my wrestling career. So I just feel like I want to give back to our kids and the kids in our building and the kids that are around me the same opportunities that I had, and possibly even more. The knowledge that I've gained through all those coaches that I've had has been amazing. I've had some really good coaches over the years, and I just appreciate them and appreciate what they've done for me and for my other teammates along the way.
Congratulations to the football team on securing their first win of the season, and an even bigger congrats to our coaches who were inducted into the Coaches Hall of Fame this past Friday. Signing off for PNN, this is Alfonso Royal. It's hard to believe the summer is over and the fall season essentially is upon us. While many of us made great memories over the summer, one superhero movie blockbuster soared higher than the other movies and earned praise from the critics.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky, it's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman. Yes, it's Superman.
Thanks mostly to Marvel Studios, summer movies have included a number of blockbuster superhero movies over the last few years. This summer, DC Studios joined in with the film Superman. The character of Superman was created back in 1938 by Action Comics and has had a long history of adaptations in the media since. From radio shows to TV shows to movies, Superman has been portrayed in a lot of different ways. 2025 brings a new adaptation into the world with Superman, directed by James Gunn, and it's the introduction to the new DCU. Grossing $594.5 million globally in the box office so far, it's clear that this movie is a financial success, but is it beloved by audiences?
I've seen Superman movies in the early 80s. I probably saw 3 or 4 of them then. And then when they did the reboot around a decade ago, I definitely saw that reboot as well, and then this new one.
Okay, so to be completely honest, I think the last time before this recent one, I saw Batman vs. Superman. I saw that with my grandma like when it first came out, and I saw it in 3D.
Throughout my lifetime, I think I have seen probably 5 of the Superman movies in the theater.
I've seen a decent few. I don't really watch like Superman movies like at all, really. Maybe 3.
This movie is just the newest in the long legacy of the character. With that much history, does this movie do the character of Superman justice?
When I saw this most recent Superman movie, I really enjoyed it, and I thought it really lived up to the originals and kind of carried on the legacy of those. I really thought that the Superman character, that actor, really reminded me of Christopher Reeve, and I really thought he brought back the essence of what those older Superman movies were all about.
Oh yeah, it's way better than Batman vs. Superman. Like, the story in Superman is better, just the action is better. Everything is better in this movie compared to Batman vs. Superman. Just in general, I think it's a lighter take on the character of Superman. I think Superman should be someone who's more of a lighthearted guy.
The term superhero fatigue refers to the idea that too many superhero movies and TV shows are being released today. Do people believe that this term is actually true?
There's certainly superhero fatigue in the movies, mostly with the Marvel movies, in that they went into this interdimension stuff. That has definitely taken its toll on the fan, me especially.
Definitely not. No. Actually, I like superhero movies. I do. I like comedy. I like action. I like romance. You know what superhero movies have? They have all of that. So, I feel like there is no fatigue. To me specifically, there is none.
With this movie being newer, many people have opinions on whether or not this movie breaks that fatigue for superhero media.
But with this new DC Superman, I think that it tries to avoid that kind of archetype, I guess, if you will. So I understand the fatigue, but I didn't necessarily feel it when I was watching this movie.
Personally, I think maybe it could break fatigue for like For like other people, I feel like even if somebody were to just be coming into it, then they wouldn't be tired of it. Or people who are already into what's going on, I don't think they would be tired of it either.
2025 Superman received an 8.5 out of 10 score on IMDb. I asked the people at MHS what they would rate the movie out of 10.
I think, I would definitely rate this movie maybe a 9.5 out of 10. I really liked it. Again, for me, I remember how I felt being a 10-year-old watching that original Superman movie in 1978. I just thought some of the elements that they used and that they filmed, even the storyline, things that they put into the screenplay, really reminded me a lot of the original one that Richard Donner directed. And so it was just something I really enjoyed, and I would definitely recommend.
When I first saw the trailer, I thought it was really corny. So at that point, I probably would have rated it a 6. But now that I've seen it, I'd give it like maybe a 9, considering I don't really watch things like this all the time. I mean, just everything as a whole for that movie, I really like. I can't say too much about it because I don't know that much about it as a whole, but like visually, it's very aesthetically pleasing.
This movie was interesting. As I was watching it, it grew on me more. At the beginning, I thought it was okay. This is fine, but nothing too great. But as it went on, the angle that James Gunn took with the movie, I really enjoyed. And I won't spoil it, but I liked how he set it all up, and it's got the James Gunn flair. So overall, I give it about a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10.
Okay, so when I first initially watched it, I think I said it was like a 10, but now it's definitely like an 8.5, 9. Like, it's a really good movie. If you like superheroes, you will like this movie. But in compared to another movie I saw, it's almost there as the best movie this year. Almost, but not quite.
Based on the reaction from people around the world and at MHS, it does seem like this movie is beloved. From the performances by the actors and the actresses, to the plot and the characters themselves, to the overall fresh feeling of the movie, this movie is such a good precedence for the future of the DCU and superhero movies as a whole. Signing off for PNN, I'm Aiden Lusky.
Thanks for watching our show today, and look out for future episodes of the Friday Show in upcoming weeks. Best of luck to all of the sports teams playing this weekend, and good luck to those students taking the SAT on Saturday. Signing off for PNN, I'm Alfonso Royal. Have a great weekend, MHS.